Yes, you saw from the thumbnail. At the Cardmarket feature match today, we have Gabriel Nassif, Yellow Hat, Hall of Famer, to play with us. And listen, you know what? If that makes you happy, if you're happy to see matches with Gabriel Nassif, don't forget to subscribe and click the like button just to show our bosses that we're doing the right thing. But what are we playing today, Gab?
We're going to be playing Modern. I brought a deck that's dear to my heart. Excited to see what you play.
No, Gab. I can't beat you at Modern. I brought a champion to represent me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Arno Oceanbit here, MPL member and Call-Time champion. Today I'm playing some Modern, or you could say some Legacy, actually, because I'm playing Izzet Murktide in Modern, which is basically a Legacy deck. Come on. And I'm a big fan of Legacy, Force of Will, lots of cheap cantrips, blue cards, Delvo's Secrets. Well, we don't have Delvo's Secrets anymore here in Modern, but we don't have Delvo's. It's pretty much the same card. You just get to surveil one whenever you cast a spell. Cheap blue interactions, Delvo type of threats that sneak under your opponent. You have lots of cheap instant speed interaction to play around and play with and outplay your opponents. Anyways, I'm playing Izzet Murktide here against Gabriel. I'm looking forward to the match and to some Modern action.
So today I'm playing Blue-White Control against Arne. Surprise, surprise, some might say, but I actually haven't been playing a ton of that deck lately. More of Four-Color Omnath or Living In and other new decks. I do really like that build though. I've been watching Waffletapa stream a bunch and he plays Blue-White Control a lot, obviously. I'm really impressed by the Snapcaster Mage especially, and the synergy was March of the Otherworldly Light. Having way more instant speed removal has been nice. I still don't think Blue-White Control's amazing. I think Guillaume makes it look great, obviously. He barely ever makes a mistake. But I like the deck. I think it's strong, maybe not top tier, but I hadn't played it a ton, and I figured, you know, people like to see Blue-White Control in action. People like to watch me play Blue-White Control, so hope you enjoy the match and hope it's a good match. You want a high roll?
Yeah, let's high roll, let's go. An 8, not too bad.
So you never play Modern, right? I'm supposed to have an advantage?
A little bit, but the deck I'm playing, I think I
I wonder what you're playing. No companion? I don't have a companion.
I don't have a companion either.
Yeah, yes, Dolores fan. I could tell he was in Yorion.
Alright, let's go. For some good matches.
5 lands and 2 spells, not the greatest hand, couple reactive spells too, but at least I have an answer to a cheap drop like a Ragavan, and I just don't see myself mulliganing 5 lands to 2 spells on the play. Just gonna keep and hope it works out. I guess I'll keep.
Alright, my opening 7 is very controlling. 2 lands, 2 counterspells. We have that Murktide for the late game, we have Mishra's Bauble. I'm on the draw. I'm a little hesitant to keep a hand like this on the draw with this deck, but it's still so functional. And as long as Gab doesn't play something crazy super fast, I think a hand with 2 lands, counterspells, and some action is a totally fine keep. Yeah, I'm keeping 2. Sweet.
Ich spiele ein geflüteter Strand. Go.
Sehr gut, sehr gut. Wunderbar. Alright. Ich spiele einen Turmklippenkanal, Spybluff Canal.
And Murktide.
I will choose to play a Mishra's Bauble as well. Pass the turn.
No 1-drop.
No 1-drop.
Hallowed Fountain.
It's a risky keep, no 1-drop, huh?
I'm at 19.
Okay.
Hall of Storm Giants. I don't know what the name in German is. Go.
I wonder what you're playing. Okay, I'll take a look at your deck. Alright, thanks. This goes to the graveyard, trigger my upkeep. Cast a Consider. I'll look at the top. I'll bin that, I'll draw a card. I'll go and untap. Draw for the Bauble trigger. Draw for my turn. Alright. Cast Mishra's Bauble for 0 mana.
Yeah.
Then another Turmklippenkanal. And I will pass the turn.
Alright, so what am I drawing? Oh, Prismatisches Ende. Prismatic ending. Alright. Island. And go.
Alright, Mishra's Bauble, you.
Again.
Alright, sounds good. Draw 2, 1 for my draw, for the Bauble, and upkeep. So, alright, I'll play Consider.
Yeah.
Bin this. Pass the turn to you.
End of Arne's turn, I could fire off my Archmage Charm to draw 2 cards, but he missed his first land drop, so I don't want to let him use his mana efficiently, whether it's Counterspell or Spell Pierce. It's also an instant speed answer to a potential Ragavan, so I think I'm just happy making my land drops and seeing what happens to not let him use his mana efficiently.
And I have 8 cards in hand.
Oh, I'll let you discard.
All right, I'll discard Lightning Bolt.
Okay. Don't want to cast it?
No.
3 damage? No? All right. I will play an island and say go.
Okay, untap, draw. Right, Flooded Strand. Pass the turn.
End of your turn, I am gonna cast Memory Deluge.
You have 5 cards?
5 cards, yeah.
All right, Memory Deluge hits the stack here. I'm missing land drops, I'm not getting ahead. I think I have to use my counter spells to counter the Memory Deluge to hope that that Gab is also stumbling. Resource denial so that he won't make land drops, can't get his game plan going, and I can draw back into it. I'll fetch, go down to 19. And I'll get a basic island. I don't think I can let you have that Memory Deluge. I'm gonna counterspell. So you can untap.
All right, at least it wasn't Force of Negation.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. All right, Arna is tapped out. I could just main face Charm to draw 2, but I think I don't have to. I think I'll just say go, keep a Charm up as a potential counterspell, and I can always fire it off end of his turn if I want to. Basic Plains, go.
God. I don't think I can afford to play Murktide into the open 5 mana from Gabriel. If he has a Solitude here, I will just get blown out. I need to wait until I have 4 mana to go Murktide plus Counterspell in the same turn. Yeah, I'll just pass the turn.
All right, Arna says go with 3 mana up, so here I'm actually gonna cast my Charm. I'm worried he might have Archmage Charm up his own. We're not playing with open decklist, so I don't know if he has that card in his deck or not, but if I don't play my Charm here and he gets to play his Charm end of my turn, I feel like I just missed out on kind of tempo and didn't use my mana, so I'm gonna play it. If he counters it, it's not ideal, but not the end of the world, but at least I know he doesn't get to just cast his own Charm on my end of turn. All right, end of your turn, I'm gonna cast Amulet, or not Amulet. It's called Amulet. I'm gonna cast Archmage Charm, targeting myself, trying to draw 2 cards.
Amulet des Erzmagiers, genau. 4 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna counterspell again.
Okay. Go.
I'll cast Serum Visions.
Okay.
Draw a card. Scry 2. Bottom both. I'll pass the turn to you.
Jeez. Play Mystic Gate and just start attacking with Hall. Just for quick free hits. No, go.
I like the idea.
Sure.
Consider?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw that one. I will untap. Draw a card. Alright. Polluted Delta. I'll sack the Delta, go to 18.
Yeah.
I'll get an island. Okay. Cast a Trübwasser Regent and Murktide Regent. The first time I'm putting this on a stack in real life. Very exciting moment. And let's be aware of Delirium. I think that's a relevant mechanic in my deck. So let's make it a sizable 5/5, shall we?
20 5/5?
Just a 5/5 for now.
You just have low hopes for him. You just know he's gonna die.
I do have high hopes for this Murktide Regent, but yeah, I'll just make it a 5/5 for now.
Done?
That's my turn.
Alright, end of your turn. I'm gonna try to flashback Memory Deluge.
It's a bold move.
That's very brave.
You have 4 cards in hand. I would like to Counterspell again.
Okay.
Again, I'm finding myself here using my Counterspell to counter the flashback Memory Deluge. I just have to deny Gap these resources so that he stumbles and can't get ahead and I can get back into the game.
Draw. Castle Vantress. You have what, 6 cards? 5 cards now?
5.
Here I could cast Verdict to get rid of Murktide Regent, but I think a better place to just say go is 8 mana up. If he doesn't do anything, I can take a hit, end of turn, cast March for 7, get rid of Regent. There's a small chance he might commit more creatures to the board. I don't think that'll happen, but you never know. That would be great for me. I could just Castle Vantress, untap Verdict, 2 creatures, get a nice 2-for-1. But I think overall this line is a tiny bit better. I don't really care about taking the hit, and I think it played out nicely. Was the small little upside of him potentially committing more to the board. All right, go.
Go, he says. Okay. 8 mana, I'm tapped out, nothing to do. That makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy.
No punish, no Teferi.
No nothing.
No nothing.
All right, I'll attack for 5.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
I'll cast a Deliberation.
Okay.
Alright, I'll put this in my hands. Exile this, put this to the bottom.
Yeah.
Play an island.
Yeah.
Put Blood Moon on the stack.
Okay.
Pass the turn to you.
End of your turn, I'm going to cast March for 7 on the Regent.
That's a costly march.
Whites, blue, and reds. I'm gonna try to Prismatic Hand Blood Moon.
Yeah.
And while you're tapped out, I'm gonna go ahead and play Snapcaster Mage, target the charm.
Yes.
Flash it back, target
Yes.
myself, draw 2. And play a land for a turn and pass.
Rocking and rolling over there.
Yeah, finally got to resolve a card draw spell.
Yeah, denied you that.
Yeah,
I'll cast an Expectoration.
go ahead.
The game's about to get a little bit more exciting here.
Yeah, stuff's actually happening.
Alright. Put this one in my hand, this to the bottom, and this into exile. Alright. Ragavan.
Yeah.
In exile. This to my hand. I'm going to Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, dead.
Shock, go to 16. Dash Ragavan.
Yeah, I go to 12.
We go to 12, we get a trigger. Hallowed Fountain,
Nice.
unexciting. And then... Now that I finally have some land drops to get going here, I could overextend a little bit with Ragavan and Murktide and put the pressure on Gabriel, but I feel like he might have a Supreme Verdict, so I want to keep that in mind and just play a singular creature at a time. You're saying you have 4 cards?
3 cards.
3 cards. I'll play a
Okay.
I think with this one I'm going to be a little bit more generous. Yeah, let's make it a full amount today. I'll trust in you to get the job done.
Okay.
Yours to my hand. Your turn.
I don't think it can be 8/8.
Subs.
Oh yeah, it can be 8/8.
Yeah.
I don't know why in my head it's... Alright, draw.
Yeah.
I'm at 12, it's an 8/8. I'm gonna try and resolve Memory Deluge.
Please.
I have a choice with this Deluge. I could keep a land and cast Verdict to get rid of the region. That lets me have Counterspell up, but then that means I'm keeping a land with the Deluge. And I think I'd just rather take the 2 spells and I'll just Solitude region. The downside is that he might untap, kill my Solitude, dash Ragavan, and if he gets really lucky and hits something like one of my Planeswalkers, I might be in trouble. I think it's worth the risk though. He might not have all of that, and even if he does, he still needs to get lucky, and that leaves me in a better spot for later in the game with more action, even though the extra land might not be the worst to flashback Deluge and have more mana down the line. While you're tapped out, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Solitude I just got from the Deluge. You gain a lot of life.
Nice.
Here it's 24. Go.
All right, untap. Draw for my turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna Unholy Heat.
Yeah.
Dash
Solitude is
Ragavan.
dead. Yeah.
And let's see what we find. Come on, Planeswalker, please.
That'd be so sick. Shit, something good.
Damn it. Treasure.
Counterspell gum. I can live with that.
I was hoping for something good there.
Yeah, if you had a Planeswalker.
I'll consider.
Yeah.
I'll win that one.
Yeah.
Draw cards. I'll return this Ragavan to my hand, and it's your turn.
Alright, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Planeswalkers.
everyone's friend, the Fairy Time Raveler.
Yeah, everybody's friend, huh? Sure.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and minus on nothing, draw cards. Play land for turn and say go.
I have no game actions to take, so I'll just untap. Alright. I'm going to dash Ragavan,
Okay.
and I will go to combat.
Yeah.
Attack the fairy.
Alright, now I can activate Hollow Knight. I'm gonna fetch, I'm gonna go down to 9. I'm gonna take 2 more.
Ooh, dangerous, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I'm at 7. Activate Hall, block Ragavan.
Yeah, that works. We tried.
Try, desperate.
It's not looking good, huh? All right. Yeah, I'll play the Channeler, and I'll even play another Ragavan.
Okay.
Here I'm playing my hand out. Gabriel has the Teferi anyways, so if I go for a dashed Ragavan next turn, he can Supreme Verdict at instant speed, so there's no reason to play around in Supreme Verdict anymore. And I'm desperate as well. The situation is dire. It's your turn.
Pick up the fairy and go.
You feeling comfortable, Gab? 5 cards.
I mean, I don't know. Is there a rule where I can show you my hand and then move on to game 2?
I would like to go to combat. This one goes at you, and this one. What am I trying to do here?
All right, I'm just gonna. No matter what you do, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna verdict.
Okay.
Instant speed verdict.
Yeah.
My friend Teferi.
That's what I had on my mind, but I guess I can't beat that.
I'm gonna tap my mana.
All right, I'll keep it going here with Ragavan.
Okay.
That's your turn.
End of your turn. I'm gonna cast the Wandering Emperor. I am gonna make
Now we're having fun.
a Samurai token.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. Take up. Guess I'll Mythic Cup on the Samurai, attack for free.
Yeah, sounds good.
At 21.
I'm at 21, yeah.
Play Mystic
not even,
Gates.
not even asking for blocks.
Go.
All right, I have a very powerful play. It just cost me 3 mana.
Oh.
Yes, yes. I wanted to bounce the Hall, but I just didn't quite have the mana. So bouncing the Samurai instead. What do you do about that?
Okay.
No responses, no counterspells, huh?
No. You got me.
So that's my little victory here.
Okay.
Lightning Bolt.
Counterspell.
I can't believe it. All right, you got this one.
Alright.
GG. All right, now to the interesting part, sideboarding. What do you sideboard in this matchup? I don't think I'm a big fan of the Murktide region. It was very bad in game 1. It just clunked in our hand. I would have much rather had 1-drops, so I'm cutting 3 of those. I'm cutting 3 Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt doesn't have that many targets. It can kill Solitude, a Snapcaster, maybe kill down a Planeswalker, a Jace, a Teferi. What are we bringing in? The blue cards, Mystical Dispute, Force of Negation, of course, Subtlety, which can counter a Planeswalker, or just be an instant speed threat. The Brazen Borer for the Shark Typhoon, of course. This is what I'm looking to do here.
So for game 2, I'm gonna bring in the 2 disputes. These are pretty obvious. I'm also gonna bring in Spell Pierce to have an extra counter for Iteration, Blood Moon, Counterspell Battles. I'm gonna board out 5 mana Teferi, a Verdict, and a Dress Down. Dress Down doesn't do a ton in this matchup. 5 mana Teferi is good, but gets a little worse when he has a bunch of Spell Pierce and disputes and whatnot. And I'm gonna trim a Verdict. I think that card is pretty good in game 1, but it gets much worse after sideboard because they have more Blood Moons, they might have cards like Planeswalkers, specifically Jade's the Mind Sculpture, and it can become pretty tricky to just tap out on your turn. I'm gonna keep one just to keep him honest and can always pitch to Solitude to help me out of a tough spot.
All right, I'd like to play first for this one. All right. I hope for less Murktides and more 1-drops this time around.
Okay.
Interesting. 1 lander opening hand. This is tough. I have Ragavan and a Misty Rainforest. I have 2 more Dragon Rage Chandler. I think I would keep this hand if it had like one mana cantrip to find me things. Because again, if I just play Ragavan and Gabriel has Prismatic Ending or Solitude, I'm not looking at a good hand at all. So the downside of this is huge. All right, going on to 6. Let's see what we have. Come on, deck. All right. All right, this hand also 1-lander, but we have the cantrips this time around, and we have 2 Ragavans, a Murktide and a Blood Moon. Blood Moon, Murktide a little bit slower. I'm looking to put away the Murktide here. Yeah, Blood Moon just has higher impact. Murktide can just be removed by Supreme Verdict, what have you. Mystical Dispute is on Gabriel's side, I'm sure, as well. So yeah, we have a land, we have 2 cantrips and a Ragavan. Sign me up.
All right, not a perfect hand, but I think it's good enough. I have an answer to turn on Ragavan, which is huge. I don't have a 2 mana interaction spell. I don't have a counter spell. I don't have an extra removal spell like a March or just a second ending, but I have Snapcaster if I ever need to block a dash Ragavan or Ragavan that can interact a tiny bit. I have a reasonable hand, not exactly what dreams are made of, but good enough. All right.
Let's get this going. I'll play Misty Rainforest. I'll fetch down to 17. And get a Steam Vance and cast Ragavan. For that little ape fella is a good magic card, so let's see what it does for me today.
All right, turn on Ragavan.
You feeling the pressure already?
Misty Rainforest.
17.
Get a Hallowed Fountain, pay 2. Prismatic and Ragavan, go.
Go. He says, draw cards. I will cast Mishra's Bauble, targeting me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast Serum Visions.
All right.
Card. Let's try to. Yeah, I think I'm going with this decision. I'm just leaving it as.
All right.
I'll play Flooded Strand.
Yeah.
And I'll pass the turn to you. Trigger bubble.
Yeah.
Draw cards.
I'm gonna play Flooded Strand, And it's your go.
All right, this is maybe the toughest decision of this game. I could either cast a Ragavan by fetching a Steam Winds, but then I make my Blood Moon in my hand pretty much. Yeah, I don't have another island, so that one's not gonna be good if I cast it because I won't be able to cast blue spells. Yeah, but I get the Ragavan out and put Gap under the gun here with Ragavan into Ragavan, turn 1 and 2. Or I could draw into the Spirebluff Canal, don't do anything with my fetch land, and then just slam a Blood Moon on turn 3 and hope that Gap with his 2 mana doesn't have an answer. And if that Blood Moon resolves, that's gonna be really bad news for Gabriel. So I think I'm going for the higher upside play and the play that Gabriel has to have less answers to. All right, I'll just try my luck. I'll cast Blood Moon.
Blood Moon. Response, fetch.
An island.
And yeah, Blood Moon resolves. All right, well, that just happened. Blood Moon is in play. I'm instantly in terrible shape. I'm just gonna cast my Snapcaster Mage and hope to beat down. I don't know if it's a good play, but I'm feeling a little desperate here.
Pass the turn.
All right, end of your turn, I'm gonna play Snapcaster Mage.
I love that.
I'm sure. Attack for 2.
That's 14.
The only land I can play is the Otawara, but it really doesn't do much for me. I'm just gonna keep it in hand, hope that I just get really lucky, draw a couple lands in a row, maybe manage to bounce the Blood Moon with Otawara and counter it on the way back. I feel like even if I can do that and bounce Blood Moon, it's gonna be really hard for me to counter it on the way back down, and the game's super tough, but I think that's my only chance at this point. And there we go.
No land drop to give. That's unfortunate. I'm going to dash Ragavan.
Okay.
Attack.
Yeah.
Trigger. 14.
Yeah.
Get a treasure. Let's consider.
Yeah.
Cast Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah.
And look at the top of your deck. Okay. Pass the turn.
Yeah.
And I'll draw in the upkeep.
Go.
Alright, here's an interesting decision. I can either deploy Murktide Region and attack Gap's life total, or I can play Jace and get ahead on cards and make land drops, etc, etc. I think in this situation I want to do the Jace, although I don't know how many more Snapcaster Mages Gap has. He could have another Snapcaster and attack my Jace down. But if I find a land with the Jace, I can then cast my Ragavan to block one of the Snapcasters. So I think Jace is the line here. Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Jace. Yeah.
Resolves. Very good, very good. So now you have Snapcaster. You could have another Snapcaster or something like that. Alright, I'll just brainstorm.
Okay.
Pull back. You. Let's put back these two. And Mr. Rainforest is a mountain.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
Awesome. That's good.
Okay, Blood Moon did the job.
Yeah.
I feel like I outplayed you really well there.
So Arna, do you own any modern deck? Did you bring your own deck? Because I just got Carl and Cardmarket to build a deck. I just sent Carl a list. He got the cards together and.
I actually don't have any cards myself either, and but we both have to thank here Karma Crow, a big reliable power seller on Cardmarket that I can highly recommend. I actually worked for them in the past. Very reliable, fast shipping, and you can save on shipping costs by ordering every single card there because they have all the singles, so you can build your entire deck just on Cardmarket, send it to Cardmarket, they'll send it to you, fast and quick, good prices, highly recommend.
I think I'm going to sideboard it a little differently for the third game. You know, I got burned by Blood Moon in game 2. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen in game 3. I'm just going to bring in the 2 extra Dovin Vetoes. I'm just going to cut Verdict and the Wandering Emperor. They're both hard to cast against Blood Moon, even though there's a Blood Moon implement in bad shape. There's a small chance he just trimmed on Murktide too, so I don't need these extra removals as much. If anything, it makes more sense to have Dovin's Veto on the draw. This way you have more turn 2 counterspells for Blood Moon, but I think they're just good enough even on the play. Counters Iteration, counterspells Charm. He might have Jace, so gonna just bring in more counterspells. I think I should have just had them in my deck in game 2 as well. That was probably a mistake.
All right. Spirit is high again.
All right, I'll play first.
You play first. Wise decision, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get.
Interesting decision. Very decent hand. I should be able to find my third lander up pretty easily. It's always nice in these blue mirror matches to have Opt and Snapcaster in your opening hand. Gives you a little board presence, a little card advantage. Pretty easy keep. I will keep this hand.
Keeping a 7, nice, must be nice. All right, this 7 looks decent. We have 3 lands, maybe 1 too many. We have a couple of cantrips, we have a Counterspell, we have a Dragon Rage Chandler as a threat. I'm keeping it. Okay, I'll keep 2 this time.
All right, Delta, go.
Delta, go. All right, draw for the turn. I'll go Steam Vents, go 18, and cast a Chandler.
Yeah.
And just cast a Murktide triggering Chandler.
Yeah.
In that. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna fetch.
Yes.
I actually have a decision what to fetch. I could get the island and plan a bit ahead for Blood Moon, but I feel like that's playing a little scared. It's actually pretty interesting in Modern, comes up a lot. Should you play scared of Blood Moon and maybe, you know, not have the exact mana you need later in the game, or fetch more basics and you're gonna be better if they resolve the Blood Moon, but it might cost you down the line. So here I just decided to get Hallowed Fountain, make sure that if I draw March of the Otherworldly Light or not a removal spell, I have the white mana right away. I feel like I might be able to keep a Blood Moon off the board with the hand I have anyways. Get Hallowed Fountain, Shock goes 17, Opt, bottom, drop. Yeah, untap, draw, play Hallowed Fountain, Shock, go to 15.
That's painful.
It is. I am going to March Chandler right away.
Nice decision.
Go.
We'll go away.
It's usually a bad idea to let these kind of decks on tap with ZRC. You might be like, oh, it's only a Surveil or 2, but it tends to snowball out of control. I think it's okay to tap out, even if Arna has a dash rag. I think it's okay to tap out, have Snapcaster up. I can deal with it. I think it's just really important not to give them any free Surveil if you don't have to. I also could just get my March countered, and then he gets more value out of it, and all of a sudden I'm kind of in a tough spot. So I like just getting rid of it right away.
Considering that, don't want to crack the bauble. No. Draw step. Draw for the turn. Bauble myself. Okay. Alright, here I've just baubled myself to take a look at the top of my deck if I maybe want to draw into it, or if I want to crack the fetch land before the bauble trigger actually resolves. I see a Dragon Rage Chandler, I have a Consider in hand, I don't have a threat yet on the board. I could cast that Consider and play the Dragon Rage Chandler, but Gabriel's on the play here, and if he then just plays a land, Archmage's Charm or Teferi Time Raveler, that's going to be real bad for me. So I want to play this a little slower, just draw the Chandler naturally and play it on turn 3 while I have my Counterspell up. Alright. I like what I see.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it on top. Pass the turn. Draw.
Yeah. Draw. Play Otawara and say go.
Oh, cast the Consider?
Yeah.
Bin that. Draw a card. Untap. Draw cards. Alright. Play Misty Rainforest. Play Dragon Rage Chandler.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
Alright, end of your turn, I'm gonna try and steal the Dragon Rage Chandler.
I don't think I can let that happen. Go to 17. Get an island.
Yeah.
So Counterspell.
Sure.
Triggering Surveil.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have just countered it so you didn't get a Surveil trigger. A little greedy.
4 cards in hand, huh? It's interesting keep. Interesting Surveil here of the Spell Pierce. I could keep it. I'm not sure how this game is going to go. I don't have it up this turn, so Gab can resolve something this turn and then maybe make land drops. I'm afraid that Spell Pierce might be dead, so I'm gonna bin it. Yeah, I should probably.
Okay. I don't have super great options here. I'm gonna be vulnerable to Blood Moon no matter what. I think I need to get rid of DRC. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Teferi, bounce DRC, have Dispute up if he has a Jace. If he has a Blood Moon, game's gonna be hard, but I think it's my best option. I could also Snapcaster Mage and March for 1, but I think that play is almost just as bad against Blood Moon, if not worse, and it's worse against Jace because he gets to resolve with Jace and I can only attack it for 2 damage and can't finish it off. So I think Teferi plus keeping Dispute up is the least of 2 evils. All right, Plains, cast Teferi, Time Raveler.
I don't have any response to that.
All right, I am gonna bounce DRC and draw cards. Go.
I'd like to cast Expressive Duration.
Mystical Dispute, Expressive Iteration.
That resolves. I could already Unholy Heat here, but I just want to play my Dragon Rage Channel and attack with that channel the Teferi down. Basically put the pressure on Gabriel to instantly kill that Dragon Rage Chandler, otherwise the Teferi dies. So that's why I'm waiting on the Unholy Heat for another turn. I'll play Misty Rainforest, Dragon Rage Chandler.
Yeah.
And then pass the turn.
Draw.
Yes.
So I could opt first, try and see if I hit an ending, and the DRC, and have Charm mana up or Snapcaster up. I think a slightly better play though is to just steal the DRC with Charm, say go, have opt up, have more info as to what I should keep on top or not. I think overall that's a decent play. If he has Jace minus, I can just flash in my Snapcaster Mage and finish it off, so that's not too scary. Play Island. I'm going to steal DRC. And it's your go.
Expressive.
Resolves. Yeah. Yeah.
Going to cast Mishra's Ball.
Yeah.
Target myself.
Yeah.
What do we have for you? Cast Down Visions.
Yeah.
Scribe. Alright, I'm gonna keep both. I'll play Spike Buff Canal. Pass the turn.
End of your turn, I'm gonna cast Opt,
Yes.
Surveil. I'm gonna keep, and I'm gonna scry top and draw. Untap.
Alright, Bauble Trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw.
Yep.
Take up the Fairy, attack for 1.
Alright, 16.
16. And go.
Okay, all on top, I'll draw. All right, now that we have this Jace, I just gotta play this in a way so that this Jace resolves. And I think I know what I want to do. I want to bait Gab into countering my removal on his Teferi, and then we can resolve the Jace and get to bounce the DRC and maybe get back into this game. That would be a huge blowout and a huge swing in my favor. I would like to start the turn by Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt my Teferi. Response, I'm going to cast Snapcaster Mage, targeting Arcane Charm, and I'm going to counter the Lightning Bolt and Surveil Trigger. I'm going to Mail Scalding Tarn.
Okay, this gets countered.
Yeah.
The Snapcaster Mage on Archmage Charm makes this a little bit more complicated. Now I can't kill the Teferi with my second removal. Now I have to kill the Snapcaster Mage to prevent my Jace from dying. 2 cards left.
2 cards left, yeah.
Fetch down to 15. Alright, get an island.
Yeah.
And right into my trap.
Yeah.
Cast this Jace the Mind Sculptor.
You got it.
Bounce to DRC.
Yeah.
Shock myself. Go to 13.
Yeah.
And then Holy Heat this Snapcaster Mage.
Here at 13. And Snapcaster is dead. Yeah.
It's your turn. Alright.
Draw. Tick up to Fairy. Go.
I get to untap for Jace the Mind Sculptor?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
I guess I got a little greedy trying to save to Fairy.
Going to...
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, yeah, I got it? Alright.
Yeah.
Take this to my hands, this into exile, this to
Yeah.
the bottom. And then I'll brainstorm with the Teferi.
Yeah.
Choose 2 back, play the islands. Unholy Heat with the Teferi.
How many cards do you have left?
3.
Okay. I'm gonna Snapcaster Mage in response, and I'm gonna target Charm. I'm gonna counter on Holy Heat.
Yes. A second Snapcaster Mage on Archmage Charm? I did not play around that. I played around Solitude, but not around that. This is catching me off guard. Oh, Ragavan. Catching me off guard. Attack Teferi.
You got it.
Not very much.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
Do you have the removal for my channeler?
I'm gonna tick up to Fairy. We have 2 cards left, and we have a Ragavan. 5 mana to Fairy. 4. Gonna tick it down on DRC. And I'm gonna finish up Jace.
Pretty good turn, isn't it?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Play Ragavan.
Yeah.
Attack
Finish
Teferi.
up 5 mana to Fairy, yeah.
Let's go.
Alright. Plus to Fairy. I'm going to main phase Memory Deluge.
Yep.
Keep these 2. to play an island. So I'm at 15 and you're at 13. Is that what you have?
You're at 15, I'm at 13, yes.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna say go. Swingy game.
Definitely on.
Yeah.
Attack. Very.
Just gonna trade.
Yes. Play Delta.
Yeah.
Pass.
Draw. I'm gonna plus the fairy.
Feeling comfortable over there?
That's doing pretty good, yeah. Go.
I have no interest in drawing. 1 mana. Free. That Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, the Snapcaster Mage are really good.
Draw cards. More consider.
Yeah.
That's not good. Ragavan dash.
Yeah.
Attack you.
I'm going to stack the truck that is gonna make it 4/4.
I'm going to. Let's see this game.
9 games.
Man, when I resolved that Jason and got to bounce that Dragon Mage Chandler, I thought I was in control, but then you came back with that second Snapcaster Mage and caught me off guard.
Yeah, no, I was hyping up Snapcaster Mage and they were really good this match. Like game 1 was kind of close and back and forth. Game 2 just blew me out with Blood Moon in that third game. I didn't love my spot, and then you got to resolve that Jace. I was like, really? He had Jace and the removal and everything, but yeah, the second Snapcaster, I needed to hope that you didn't have, you know, another removal spell and everything, and you didn't, and I was able to like come back and then just the fairies carried me.
Anyways, good games, Gab. If you like this video, go give it a like and subscribe to Cardmarket. And if you like me even more, I also have a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel under Arno Huschenbeet, and you can also find me on Twitter under HuschenMTG.
Yeah, good games, close games are. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Yellowhat. I have a YouTube page, Yellowhat, and on Twitter too, @GabNasif. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and
see you next time.
see you next time.